South Asian community in the US compared to other ethnic communities like the Chinese or the Hispanic is not as involved in the way the government is selected and elected. To learn more about the democratic process in the US, we have with us Shobana Ramamurthi to tell us a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes to get an elected official into office. Welcome, Shobana.
Thanks for having me. And
you're doing a great job. What made you select Organizing for America?
Well, Organizing for America is a volunteer grassroots movement. And the reason that I joined there is it's like everybody is welcome there and everybody's voice is heard, and you can actually see the positive impact that you make in the legislative process when you are involved in working. And our main agenda is to help support President Obama and his agenda for change. And it's across the nation, and I love working with them. They're the most friendliest people you will see.
What made you somebody from India in Fremont, I believe?
Yeah, as Ina said, not many in our Asian community, Indian community get involved in electing their representatives. If we care enough to organize and rally around a common purpose, change is possible, and all you have to do is just get involved.
Well, you are so involved, but I'm sure there's a lot of the huge Indian community that are not even registered voters, I'm told, right? What are you doing to change that?
That's a very good question. That's the sad reality, though. What we do as Organizing for America is like we go out to farmers market or in front of the grocery store or any get-together that happens in the city. We go there and we register people. And as a citizen, the basic thing a person can do is participate in the election. If you don't register, you don't get to vote. You don't get to vote. You don't have a voice. You are letting somebody else decide for you.
That's pretty much what this country is based on, right? Having a voice in your government.
That is true.
You've talked about President Obama and his agenda for change. Can you tell us what all changes he has instituted till now?
Yeah, that's something I love to brag about because I feel that we are not talking enough about that, because we need to say what he has done in this very short time since he took office in 2009 January. Though, as a woman, and I want everybody to know that the very first law that our president signed once he took office was women's right to equal pay.
Oh,
it's called
like
Lilly-Ledbetter Act, Fair Act. Yes, not many people are aware of it. So he's a real champion for women. And his major accomplishments, I would say, healthcare reform, financial reform, and the stimulus, literally pulling our economy from a free fall, from the verge of a free fall, and helping us. And he is moving our country towards clean energy, which is really important for our future generation. And for example, for clean energy, I can tell right here in Fremont, there's a Solyndra company. They make energy panels. And from the stimulus package, they got $500 million. $500 million.
Wow.
And our president was in Fremont to promote that.
Mm-hmm.
And
nice.
It not only is creating this new energy, clean energy, it also created numerous jobs. As I really need to, I think, stress about healthcare reform, and that's my personal favorite too, because I'm a diabetic patient, and before this healthcare reform came, and getting medical insurance is such a battle. Now, because of the healthcare reform, insurance company cannot deny anyone because of the pre-existing condition. Children cannot be denied, and they cannot drop you once you get sick.
So were you personally ever denied?
It is hard, no, but I have to shop around, and we have to pay a lot of money. Our premium is high,
are way higher.
Way higher. So all that has changed. So healthcare reform is like really, really a big part of what happened because of this administration. So I just wanted to.
So Shobana, I mean, Indians, like for example, like me, Jaya, we feel very disconnected with the political system over here. How would you excite people like us to be a part of this? I know every person counts, right? So how would you excite our viewers to be a part of this movement?
I'd say, like many people, they're not aware that what kind of impact they can personally have. Like people think, okay, I'm going to go vote and that's the end of my responsibility. No, it doesn't stop there. Your responsibility doesn't stop in electing the candidate of your choice, but actually just beginning. You need to be involved in the process. You need to support your candidate so that he can make the change that you voted for. And for example, in Washington, like the big major corporations and organizations, they spend millions and millions of dollars paying for these lobbyists who just work on protecting their interest and writing laws that will help them. But in this 2008 election, we realized if common folks, just an ordinary people, if we get together, if we organize, what we can achieve. We can also do that representation in a very effective way.
So the voice of the individual doesn't get lost.
It doesn't. Every single person can make a difference.
Thank you so much, Shobana. Think about what goes into making a country run smoothly, fairly and democratically. As the people of the country, it is our right and our responsibility to make sure that we are involved in the voting process to whatever extent that we can.